Julian Williams defeats Jarrett Hurd on a 12-round unanimous decision. Where do I start with this fight? I'm going to keep this post-fight review reasonably short. Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd is a fighter who relies a lot on his size and his strength as opposed to his boxing skills. He's 6'1" tall. He's got a 77-inch reach. I don't think I've ever seen him use that height and reach ever. And you can tell he's got some long arms on him. So, being that tall at that weight, you would think that using your height and reach would be something that's taught to you. But no, Hurd prefers coming in, throwing these big, crude, hard clubbing shots to the body without any great degree of accuracy and just trying to bully his normally smaller opponents. And in this fight, he looked the bigger man of the two. But Williams looked to be, obviously not stronger, but looked to be able to deal with the size and the strength of Hurd and was able to land some beautiful uppercuts on Jarrett Hurd, seemingly at will. It seemed that Jarrett Hurd would tuck up, would have his head way too far down, and Williams was just popping the uppercut left, right and centre and just tagging Jarrett Hurd as he came in and seemingly was comfy in this fight. Now, that's from what I saw. It seemed that Williams, even in the 12th round, was smiling, was just laughing. It seemed that Hurd ran out of ideas in this fight because Hurd, he's not known as a back foot counter puncher, and when he's tried to kind of fight on the back foot like against Jason Wellborn, it's not looked natural. He's not looked exactly comfortable in there. So he goes back to his kind of, walking his opponents down, front foot, hard shots to the body, use his size. And when he's found someone, again, as I said, who can handle that, he's got precious little to offer in reserve. Hurd was down in the second round of this fight. It was a good shot, landed right at the top of the head. It looked like a left hook, and Hurd went down. He didn't appear to be seriously hurt. I think it was more a balance shot, just stunned the equilibrium, and Hurd went down. Williams jumped on him and was landing some good shots after that. Hurd also got a cut, I think it was on his left eye, kind of the side of the eye. And, it was kind of, for me, it was written on the walls after the first 2-3 rounds what was going to happen. That this was going to be a very tough fight for Jarrett Hurd, and that I didn't think he'd be able to pull it off. During the mid-rounds, kind of like the 5th, 6th, 7th, Hurd kind of, started to put his foot on the gas and started to come back into it. But even then, you felt that Williams was the one in control of this fight. That it was only going to go one way, and that was with Julian Williams. And in my opinion, that's the way it did. Hurd, I've not really talked about Hurd much on this channel, but whenever I've made reference to him, I've always said that I've never understood why people rate him so highly. I've seen Hurd on some people's pound-for-pound lists, which to me was extraordinary. As I've said, Hurd is a massive target. He's slow. He's not necessarily, I don't even think he's the biggest puncher necessarily. And defensively, he's quite poor. And I've always felt that at 154, who would you say be the top two guys? You would say, even though he's lost, you would say Charlo being one of the top two. And prior to this, you would have said Jarrett Hurd. And there was talk of them two fighting. I always felt that fight was tailor-made for Jermell Charlo to win. Jarrett Hurd, slow, massive target. Charlo would have a field day with him. Field day. Charlo likes it. He's like he's like a Chris Eubank Jr. He likes it when guys come at you. Stylistically, he's not the same as Chris Eubank Jr. He throws the shots a little bit more correctly. But he likes it when guys come at him. That's exactly what Hurd would have done, and I think Charlo would have had an absolute field day if they ever fought. I see that fight being quite highly unlikely now, but yeah, those are my thoughts on this. Let me know what you guys thought down below. Who did you think won the fight? I thought Williams clearly won this fight. Clearly won. I thought the 115 and 112 scorecards were too close in my opinion, but let me know what you guys think. It was a good fight though. That's one thing I will say. I won't take credit away. It was a fantastic fight. It was definitely worth a watch, and Lennox Lewis made a reference on commentary that he'd like to see a rematch. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch. Definitely wouldn't mind seeing a rematch because it was a good entertaining fight. It was fought at close quarters. There was no kind of, chess matches being played here. It was just two guys looking to trade, and Williams was obviously the more skilled, was obviously the more kind of ready. He done his homework on Hurd, definitely. Done his homework on him. So credit to Julian Williams. Onwards and upwards from here. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thanks for dropping by the channel. If you like it, please like the video and subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after.